Hello everybody, welcome back to another GBO2 video. Today we've got the G-Line Assault Armor again. I know I did this one pretty recently, but this was for the situation battle that we did, I think it was last video? Or the video before. Regardless, where we had the G-Line light armor. Same situation battle, but instead of having the light armor, we had the assault armor this time, which, as I've mentioned before when I took this out, this is one of my favorite mobile suits. It is ultimately a relatively speedy raid. Well, I guess it's not that speedy, actually. It's another raid type. It's got that shoulder-mounted cannon that, of course, stuns, because it's a shoulder-mounted cannon. And it's got the really cool heat lance, which we have not seen yet, but there we go. Well, I'm not going to hit anything, that's unfortunate, but we got to see it at least. And of course the shotgun that shoots faster than the Xeon one, but doesn't stun the same. Went right over his head with the lance there. That's always a bit of a funny one to me when it happens, because it's just, yeah, it just goes right over their heads. I expect there to be a little more of a chop as I go over the corner, and then there isn't. We're going to land a great shot right over the top of that little plateau right there. I'm going to move in to try and support my guys a little bit better, as well as, well, the enemies all around that rock anyways. Just standing where I wasn't going to help anyway. I think we almost got the kill on him if we didn't get hit in the back by the Gelgug, but we're going to get back up, get the shoulder cannon readied up, and not get hit by him, hopefully, but he's, I really expected him to swing. I think he was trying to bait either a tackle or a cannon shot or something, get the iframes to soak it so he didn't get stunned. Luckily, we had enough build stun off of the shotgun to move in, and an enemy finished him off while we were swinging, but at least he was dropped. I'm ignoring that target because it looks like my allies got him. Hopefully I'm right. That was a really bad shot. Looks like I was not right too. That's not good. It's not good at all. Still missing. Hopefully moving in will give us more opportunities to do something, but oof, we got only one round left in the shotgun. That's really not going to do a whole lot. Probably should have switched to the heat lance at that point. I think I probably didn't think it would ready up fast enough, which, now looking at it here, that's clearly wrong. It has a really high cooldown, which is probably why I was thinking that. But unlike some weapons that do actually have really high ready-up times, this one has a pretty normal ready-up time. I think it's, there's a Heat Hawk, the Heat Tomahawk on some of the DOMs. The one that has the really cool downswing where you do the underhand swing. That one has a really high ready-up time, so it's tricky to use it to follow up on things that are downed. You gotta be very careful with your timing on it. You can still do it, but you gotta have really tight timing to land the downswing. When you do, though, it's phenomenal. He tanked his iframes tanked the swing there. We did hit him, but didn't matter for much. We're gonna move up here. We saw the pilot jumped out, and I don't know how that missed, honestly. I think he must have been a little bit farther out than the tip of the lance, maybe? And we just ended up stepping on him. We're going after, that's the that's not the Doug Schneid Ifrit, that's the Ifrit Nacht. What am I saying? That's a very different suit. The Doug Schneid is the one with the, they called it the Heat Lance, I believe. It is a halberd, and I will keep saying that, as I think like everybody says. I'm pretty sure I'm far from the only person. That poor guy in the corner. Oh, he's not having a good day right now. But we're gonna focus on other things since we've got other... No, we're not. Since... I was gonna say since there's other things here, but we saw the other guy spawn in and recognize that our guy was there pretty much by himself, so we're trying to get rid of this Dom type as quickly as we can so that we can focus on some other stuff, like this Gelgug right here. Gotta hit into him while he was trying to run, so my allies were able to follow up a little bit, but I'm now worried about the Zaku 1 here. You can see we did build enough stun to get some damage done, and thankfully allies were able to finish him off there. But we can see there, as you know, as I brought up before, with the criticism of that shotgun just not being as reliable stunning, it can still stun. Again, I don't disagree with it, but I do think it is disregarded a little bit too quickly for its ability to just tack on extra chip damage. It's not a ton of damage, and it doesn't, stun reliably at all, but I do still like being able to rapid fire shots into targets the way that this allows me to. It's good at harassing people, it's a good backup in a lot of ways, but yeah, that Xeon shotgun is genuinely phenomenal. The one that the Camphor has, and a couple other things, but the Camphor is the one that always comes to mind for me. That's our second death, I think, yeah. I was about to question if that was the first death. It definitely was not. I think that was the second one, though. Regardless, we're dropping in. We're technically... Oh, now we're not. I was about to say we're technically full force, then somebody dropped. So we're not doing too poorly, but I'm gonna have to keep my wits about me here since we are outnumbered. If I'm not careful, it's going to be very easy for my enemies to start surrounding me, in which case I'll just get ripped apart. God, an ally finished him off for us, so we ended up okay there, but that tackle may have the unfortunate side effect of leaving us a little bit too open now. If any of my enemies want to try and capitalize on that, well, now they can't because it's back, but they could have moved in and really done some nasty damage. But thankfully, nobody seemed to notice that I did, in fact, waste that tackle like that. And ultimately, we did get our boost back by the time the Ifrit Nacht managed to get up to us. A little sad we weren't able to do more against him, but it kind of is what it is. We didn't push hard enough, I don't think, to be able to really capitalize like I would like to. Here we're trying to focus down. I see that one guy over there is pretty weak, but I'm trying to focus down the enemy's support like it's technically my job, and just ran into the Gelgug. Not really sure what I was thinking there. Luckily, this guy's put himself in a great position for me to just shoot him in the back like a... Yeah. So that's awesome. We're going to move on and let the allies take care of that, and we dropped, unfortunately, before we could do much good afterwards. But yeah, our allies had him pretty good. I moved forward so that I could stay out of the way so that they could do exactly what they did, and they did it flawlessly. Very happy with that. Not happy I died. Wish I could have still been on the field to keep pushing, but, at least we got our good damage in where we needed to. Now, with the timer where it is, I find it unlikely I can get up. Yeah, no, there's no way. I'm not going to be able to get up front and do much of anything with the time that's left. Look how far ahead everybody else is. And now I'm out of boost too. Yeah, the assault armor is really interesting as a raid. I've seen a couple people say it plays like a support, and maybe. It kinda does, but it kinda doesn't. It's interesting. It is slower, the cannon's got longer range on it, but it's, ultimately, I still feel like its best work is in a closer range, so it's hard for me to say it plays... Well, okay, there are some supports that play like it, come to think of it, but those supports are also weird ones, like the G-Line Full Custom, I believe it is, that has the beam scythes. It's got shoulder cannons and beam scythes, and it actually does kind of the same thing. And balancers, I believe. So you stun with the shoulder cannons and then attack with the scythes, but it's a support. It's really cool, and I should take it out again. It's been a while, but it's a support I really like. But yeah, assault armor's cool. Assault armor is neat. Situation battles are fun, and that is what I have for today. So I will see you next time.